Liverpool has said the transfer of Alexander Isak is real and the deal is expected. Attention, Liverpool confident in securing £30 million transfer before the deadline. Hello, Reds fan. Come check out the latest updates from the biggest club in the world. Emil Heskey believes a deal between Liverpool and Newcastle United will be finalized in the final days of the transfer window for Alexander Isak. The Swedish striker, in fact, is already being tipped to become a major success at Anfield. Earlier this month, Liverpool had a £110 million bid for Isak rejected. The player chose not to take part in Newcastle's pre-season tour of the Far East and instead trained at the facilities of his former club, Real Sociedad. Last week, Isak, who hasn't played for Newcastle since May, released a strong statement on his Instagram account. He spoke of broken promises and a loss of trust in the club. Newcastle quickly responded, stating that the conditions to release their star forward had not yet been met. Meanwhile, the club has struggled to find a replacement. Attempts to sign Liam Delap and João Pedro failed as both players moved to Chelsea. Hugo Ekitike joined Liverpool, and Benjamin Sesko signed with Manchester United for £73 million. Eddie Howe's recruitment team is currently working to bring in Yoane Wissa from Brentford and Jorgen Strand Larsen from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Heskey commented, "I think Newcastle and Liverpool will come to an agreement. It's disappointing how things have played out, but it will probably be beneficial for both sides. The truth is, when a player is under contract, the club holds the power. I don't blame Newcastle for trying to get as much as they can for their asset." He also noted that the current environment is different from his playing days. The pressure and media attention they're facing now is much greater. If the Isak transfer goes through, Liverpool fans will love it. One of the best things about Liverpool supporters is their unwavering support for players. He referenced Darwin Núñez as an example. Even with all the pressure to score goals, the fans stood by him, sang his name, and welcomed him every time he was on the pitch. That's what Liverpool fans are like. They'll always back you as long as you work hard and deliver. Liverpool is ready to make a new move for Isak, but only if there's a clear signal from Newcastle that a deal is possible. This could happen if the club finally secures attacking reinforcements. Journalists in the northeast of England have already indicated a growing belief that a deal could still be struck this summer. The situation would likely be resolved more quickly if Newcastle managed to sign a replacement. After being beaten in several transfer pursuits, including Brian Mbeumo and João Pedro, it's understandable why Liverpool fans might question Newcastle's recruitment team. Regardless of the outcome, keeping a player who is publicly unhappy is not in the club's best interest. Even Eddie Howe has hinted that selling Isak might be the best outcome for Newcastle this window. Still, the question remains, will the club give in even without signing someone like Nicholas Jackson or Jorgen Strand Larsen? Liverpool remains active in the transfer market and is now focusing its efforts on signing Mark Guehi, Crystal Palace defender and England international. The team, led by Arne Slot, sees the 24-year-old as a priority to strengthen the squad before the window closes, especially after recent changes in the defensive lineup. Following the departure of Jarell Quansah and the signing of young Giovanni Leone from Parma, still seen as a player for the future, Liverpool is targeting a more experienced center-back, ready to perform at a high level in the Premier League. In this context, Mark Guehi has emerged as the ideal candidate. Strong, quick, tactically intelligent, and composed on the ball, he has stood out at Crystal Palace since arriving from Chelsea in 2021. In addition to his consistent performances in the league, Guehi has also become a regular figure in the England national team, earning the trust of manager Gareth Southgate.
His maturity and versatility, being comfortable in both a back four and back three, are qualities appreciated by Liverpool's coaching staff, who want more depth and flexibility in the squad. According to reports from the Mirror and journalist Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool has already opened formal talks with Crystal Palace and is preparing a £30 million offer. Although Palace values the player closer to £40 million, the Reds believe there's room to negotiate, especially with Guhi entering the final year of his contract. Palace chairman Steve Parish is determined not to lose the player for free next summer, which could push the deal forward. Romano also reported that Mark Guhi has already agreed to a move to Anfield and is open to joining. However, Crystal Palace will only approve his departure if they find a replacement in time, a condition seen as essential by the club. The outcome, therefore, depends not only on financial agreement, but also on Palace's success in the transfer market. Liverpool, on the other hand, is eager to finalize the deal quickly. The goal is to bring in a reliable defender capable of taking responsibility from the start of the season. Arne Slot views Guhi as a leader and the perfect complement to a defensive line that already includes Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahima Konate, and Joe Gomez. Over the past few years, Guhi has helped Crystal Palace achieve defensive stability and was a key part of the club's FA Cup and Community Shield successes, including a win over Liverpool in the Shield final. Though not the tallest center back in the league, Guhi stands out with his physicality, excellent positioning, aerial ability, and defensive awareness. Off the pitch, he is also praised for his professionalism, a trait valued by top clubs. Liverpool is looking to speed up negotiations to complete the transfer before the deadline. Bringing in Guhi would mark another important step in Arne Slot's squad rebuild, aimed at keeping the team competitive on all fronts this season. Thank you for watching all the way through. See you next time!